Hey guys, welcome. So we're gonna kind of jump into like our first recipe, what we're gonna do. So it's a cabbage and quinoa recipe. Now I'm not particularly adding meat to this, but you can always add meat to any meal you want. Okay. Most of my meals do have meat in them. I just didn't have any ready, and I was like, well, I'm just not gonna worry about it today. Okay. Sorry, that's like in the way. Okay, so first you're gonna need some cabbage. This is about half a head of cabbage that I've already kind of chopped, kind of just bulky. For this specific recipe, it says thin, so I am gonna chop this down a little bit more. You also need one onion. And this is a massive onion, by the way, so I'm probably only going to use half of this because it says a small, a medium onion. And then a couple of carrots that I'm going to shred. You're also going to need apple cider vinegar. Now, I got this at a little market, but you can get, this is just like the organic, regular apple cider vinegar that you get from like any store. And then this is just tricolored quinoa boil in a bag. I literally got it from Walmart. All the vegetables so far I've gotten from Walmart as well, or Brookshire's, you know, whatever your preferred grocery store is, you can just get them there. Salt, pepper, and olive oil. I like the light tasting olive oil, and as you can see, got this from Brookshire's. So I always prep when I buy my veggies and stuff. I always wash them when I get them. So you can start by doing that if you haven't done that already. If you have, you can just get into the chopping. Okay, so since mine were already kind of chopped anyway, they're probably about an inch wide. I kind of just cut them in half and made them a little bit smaller. That way they were like more thinly sliced. Now, as always, you don't have to follow it to a T. It's up to you. I kind of like to follow mine, just especially if I haven't made it before. I do like to steer more closer to the side of, hey, what does this recipe say? I just kind of chopped my cabbage up a little bit thinner. I also did prep my other veggies, a little bit more for y'all. For this recipe, it says that we should use shredded carrots, and if I didn't say before, I will put the recipe in the description so you guys can see that, and I will probably also share it on the Facebook page. So if you haven't gone to look at that yet, go ahead, go look at that. So I'm gonna shred these up, and then we're also gonna chop this onion because we're gonna need some chopped onion. As far as my scraps, just in case anybody's wondering, my scraps, I have a compost bin, so most of my scraps go in a compost bin. I may try to do something this summer where I use something and regrow it, because I know that's a pretty popular thing. So I'll probably try that this summer. I tried it last summer and it did not work out great. So, yeah, we'll see. Okay. So I went ahead and started the water for the quinoa. That way that can get boiling and heating up on high heat. Next, we're going to grease the pan. I already put some oil in it for us. And then you're going to throw the onions in. Yes, I cover my onions so they don't make me cry too much with a wet paper towel. Little trick there if you didn't know. So we're going to add the onions to the pan, and then we're going to put it on medium-high heat. So I'm going to get those sauteed up. Our carrots are shredded, by the way. And then I'm going to... And our cabbage is all good and ready to go. So, I'm not sure if I said this, but this recipe does call for a little bit of tomato paste. I personally have some already prepped in my freezer. That way, when a recipe calls for like a tablespoon or two, I can just grab a little bit out and throw it in the recipe. So you are more than likely to do that. I can make a video about that if you'd like. So I sauteed the onions, I added the carrots in, and then I added the cabbage in. Fair warning, you do need a fairly large pan for this. Mine was almost too small, but I made it work. So I did get everything cooked, and I actually, to soften up my cabbage because it wasn't cooked at all, I added about 2 cups of water in the bottom of the pan, and added in the tomato paste, the apple cider vinegar that it called for, and seasoned it with some just salt and pepper. And then I let it cook, and I also covered it I let it cook for 5-10 minutes, and then I covered it for about 5 minutes, and that softened it up pretty well. And then what I ended up doing was I took the quinoa and I put it in a bowl, and I'm going to put that stuff in here, mix it up real good, and then put some sauce on it that I'm gonna make, because I kind of want like a little bit of a Asian style. So I am gonna put a little sauce on it. The recipe doesn't call for it, but it's something that I want to do to it personally. Mix it together with the quinoa, and here it is all mixed together. I also decided to do more of an Asian style type of dinner. So I added some soy sauce, some ginger seasoning that I just have, some ground ginger seasoning, garlic, some salt and pepper. I added soy sauce and a little bit of Polynesian sauce. And then mixed all of that together real good. And then this is the final product, okay? It's good. It's good. It's healthy. Yeah, I'd probably make this with, like, if I made a meat with it, I'd probably make this as, like, the side, or do, like, a ground turkey or ground chicken maybe, and, like, just throw it in there. Now, like, this recipe, you can, like, change and edit however you want. This is just how I made mine, because this is kind of what I was in the mood for today. So, yeah. Y'all enjoy? Try it if you really want. I hope to see y'all next week. Bye.